Afternoon, Bob. Trade Genius, 27th of March, and today I kind of term it, a Gapville kick save here. So on Friday we had to move down off the healthcare vote not being taken. Then looked like it was going to fail. Then not taken, and they ramped it up to about 23.45 area, and then the market opened Sunday, down 10, and then it fell down 26, and then they spent the rest of the day basically gap filling it. And so nothing's really changed other than I think there's some worry now about the tax cuts. They can't pay for them, so I guess it's going to be an issue. So we'll see. Have to see how this all plays out, but we need to be working down into into lower prices anyway. So I think we're going to start seeing some really crazy moves in the market. And I'm going high to low, and I'm only going to show the first like 5 or 6 charts today. It'll start getting redundant. But financials, gap down below its S2, and they ran it back up, but it closed underneath the pivot, which is important to watch. So tomorrow, if you're watching to see where those trend dots are, you see where the pivot is, 23.55. If we get over that, then they're going to try to ramp the market again. If they can't get over that, then I'm looking for this thing to roll back down again. SPY, the same thing. SPY, they closed it below the pivot, closed it on red. It looks the same way as the financials. And just playing it by ear now, I opened up a credit spread for Friday, 235, 237, and we'll see. We'll see if those dots get violated around 234, 25, 50 area. I'll just close the trade and roll it up higher strikes. But my view is that pivot needs to get taken out for me to think that they're going to try to run this thing back up to the VWAP, which is still under 237. I just don't know how close how close they're going to get it to there, before Friday. VIX, this is my biggest whiff of the day. I just wasn't mentally prepared to do an XIV day trade, and so it started to move on me, and I just got frozen. I hate the chase, and I was looking for limits lower, and I was looking for that double bottom that we had. I was looking actually for it to fail and get in at that point, but it ramped it right away. And I just waited for the market to fade all day, and it just trended. So just set it on the shelf, but I definitely missed a huge one. I just didn't want to chase it. And now they drove all this thing down to S1. They drove the VIX down to 12 again. So and it's interesting. We've had two crazy VIX days here in a row where the moves were big. And one of these times they'll catch people trying to sell the rips on these or dip by XIV, and it'll roll. But it sure caught me unawares. Both of them. I didn't trade the Friday afternoon one, and I didn't trade the one today. But anyway, it was a bummer on me. 4 points on XIV, left it on the table. GDX, I did get into some GDXJ. And I want to get to it. I'll show it to you. But the emerging markets are kind of flat. I think that's what said it was this kind of weird day. Here's UVXY, and I was, staring at it at 1950, and I just let it go. C'est la vie. Nugget, it stayed above its R2 all day. I think the dollar is weakening, and I think the miners are going to get a bid. And I went ahead and I took a shot at GDXJ. I'll get to that here in a sec. And IWM is that I sold some 137, 139s for Friday. It's the same thing. IWM has a lot of banks in it, and that's what kind of propelled it into green. I had a put spread on for April. I still have it on. I rolled it down from 133, 130s to 132, 130 at the open. It took about 40% of my cost out of the trade, and then at some point here in the next day or two, I will take off the short leg of that, which will be profitable. Looking for a roll down and then reset that short leg again. You'll follow along if you're subscribers. I'll walk you through every change I make with this, and we'll make money in a trade. That's the beautiful thing about spreads. It gives you a lot of different ways to win, even if your thesis does not work. And you can follow along, and then when it's all done at the end of April, I'll report on how I did. And let's see here. I'm not going to go through a whole bunch of stuff today. Here's GDXJ. We bought it on the bounce off that R1, and then I'm looking for this to move higher. And I love the stochastics here staying embedded above 60, and we're still getting a rise in money flow. So I'm looking to see if I can get a run up here to 37.70 area up to even 38 before I hop off. I'll set limits and stops tonight for those who followed me on the trade. And there's XIV. I think I want to cry. So I want 66 to 71. That's why I said when the market gets zany, you'll make a lot of money on this, but you got to be mentally prepared to go. And I just wasn't in dip buying mode. And but I did walk a short down on ES from Friday close to the open this morning. So I made a lot of money today on ES, and sometimes I guess when you get a little fat and happy, you're not as aggressive as you should be. But next time I'll be a little bit more aware that looks like every day they try to they can't let VIX go up for a single day. The algorithm's pretty persistent, so I guess I'm gonna have to go with it until it burns me. So we'll see. I think we're gonna get a shot with VIX popping later this week, and then we'll see what we can do with it. But anyway, Bob from Trade Genius, and catch you guys tomorrow. And those who've subscribed to my service over the past year, I'm going to do some free training for you guys on Thursday. Information will be coming out. I'll talk about options and what they are, how to trade them, and the different kind of option techniques that are out there. Anyway, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.